All right, hello there, Kent Business College. Welcome. Today, we are going to get our hands dirty with a surprisingly simple tool that brings a bit of order to Project Chaos. Right then, let's crack on.
Look, we've all been there, haven't we? You kick off a project, full of beans, best intentions all around, and then a few weeks in, it's all gone a bit pear-shaped. Deadlines are whizzing past your ears, the team's running in circles, and you've got that proper sinking feeling in your stomach. You're not really sure where you are you?
And that's the real kicker. When you're flying blind, everyone's just guessing. Your stakeholders pop up asking, "So, are we on track?" And you're just stood there, shuffling your feet, trying to give them a confident answer you don't really have. It's stressful, it's messy, and frankly, it's no way to run a railway. But what if there was a better way? Well, allow me to introduce the hero of our story, the burn-down chart. Now, in fancy project management speak, it's called an information radiator, which is just a posh way of saying it's a dead simple visual that shows everyone, at a single glance, exactly where things stand. Think of it as your project's trusty map. To really see how this works, let's imagine a truly classic British project, building a flat-pack shed in the garden. We've assembled a crack team. We'll call them the Garden Gnomes, and they've got a 10-day sprint to get this thing built. This is more than a shed. This is their mighty quest. So how do our gnomes actually use this chart? Well, it's a beautifully simple three-step samba. First, you count up all your bits and bobs. That's your total work. Second, you update your progress every single day. And third, you just keep an eye on the lines, comparing where you are to where you should be. Simple as that. Okay, step one. Our gnomes have laid out all the panels, counted every last screw, and they reckon the whole job is worth 50 shed points. Now, you might call these story points or task hours. It doesn't matter. The point is, 50 is our starting line. That's the mountain of work we need to, well, burn down. Now, every burn down chart begins with this beautiful, straight, optimistic line. This is the ideal line. It's the dream scenario, right? It shows what progress looks like if everything goes absolutely perfectly, with a lovely, steady amount of work getting done each day. No hiccups, no tea breaks, just pure, unadulterated progress. And here we go. This is the actual work line, where reality kicks in. Look at this. By day 3, our gnomes have smashed through 15 points of work, leaving just 35 to go. By day 5, they're halfway there, with only 25 points left. See how their actual progress is hugging that ideal line? That, my friends, is a beautiful sight. That's a project that is bang on track.
But what happens when things aren't going so swimmingly? Well, you get the dreaded flat line. This is the chart's way of telling you that someone's just shouted, "Right lads, time for a brew," and everything's ground to a halt. If this line stays flat for a day or two, it's a massive visual clue that something's wrong. A task is blocked, maybe. It's a signal to ask, okay, what's going on here?
And this one, what on earth is going on when the line goes up? Well, that is scope creep in all its glory. That's when the client pops over and says, "You know what would be lovely? A conservatory attached to the shed." Suddenly, you've got more work than you started with. The chart makes this new work visible instantly, and that's not a reason to panic. It's a trigger for a very important conversation. Right, let's put the golems and their shed to one side for a moment. For you lot, the professionals at Kent, especially anyone with those PMP exams looming, it's absolutely crucial we dodge a few common blunders and really get where this tool fits into the big picture. Okay, a classic exam question, burn down versus burn up. Here's the simple difference. A burn down chart, as we've seen, shows the work remaining. It's like the fuel gauge in your car, steadily heading towards empty. A burn up chart does the opposite. It shows the work you've already completed. It's like filling a bucket. And you know what? If your project scope is changing all the time, a burn-up chart can actually be a bit clearer. So how does this fit in with other tools you might know? Well, the burn-down chart is pure agile. It's simple, it's visual, and it's adaptive. It's like a weather forecast, giving you a good idea of what's coming so you can prepare. Compare that to something like a Gantt chart. That's from the more traditional predictive world. It's detailed, structured, and focused on fixed dates. It's less like a weather forecast and more like a rigid train timetable. Both useful, just for different journeys. And for the exam takers, listen up. Here are the common traps. Please don't get caught out. 1. It shows remaining work, not the percentage complete. 2. It's for the team. It is not a tool for spying on Dave from accounts to see if he's pulling his weight. 3. It is a guide, a conversation starter, not a stone-cold rigid schedule. And 4. Critically, it can use any unit of work, like story points, not just hours.
So, after all that, the gnomes, the sheds, the exams, what's the big takeaway? What's the real value here? Well, what you've got is a powerful, simple, and honest secret weapon for bringing clarity to any project you touch.
Let's use that fancy phrase again. The burn-down chart is an information radiator. Its whole purpose, its entire reason for being, is to make the project's progress totally, blindingly visible to the entire team and all the stakeholders. No more secrets, no more guesswork.
And if you remember only one single thing from our little chat today, please make it this. The real magic of a burn-down chart isn't the lines or the numbers. It's the fact that it turns a load of messy, complicated data into one clear picture that forces an honest conversation about progress.
And that's what it all comes down to. It lets you have the important, sometimes difficult conversations early, before everything goes completely pear-shaped. It's a tool for collaboration, not for control. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you have the map, what bit of chaos are you going to bring order to first?